Hello and welcome back to the Email Marketing module. Now that you've had an overview of the module's functionality, let's explore various user access rights settings and start reviewing configuration options. First, we will click on Settings from the main dashboard and then Manage Users to see a list of internal users. Note that we have access to the Settings menu as we are currently logged in as Mitchell Admin, our user with administration access rights. Let's open Mitchell Admin. Scrolling to Email Marketing under Marketing, we see he is set to User. Additionally, if we scroll down to Administration, we see that Mitchell Admin has administration settings permissions. This allows him to access the module along with all menus, including configuration and features within the module. Let's use the breadcrumbs and return to our internal users list and open Mark Demo. Scrolling down to Marketing, we see that Mark Demo has Email Marketing user permissions. If we continue to scroll down to Administration, we see that Mark Demo does not have administration settings access rights. This will prevent Mark Demo from seeing the Settings submenu under the Configuration menu in Email Marketing. Let's now use the breadcrumbs to return to our internal users list and open Doris Cole. Scrolling down to Email Marketing under Marketing, we see that Doris does not have any access rights set to her, so she will not have access to the module. Now let's click the General Settings menu and then select Email Marketing from the left panel. Note that we can access this same display by going into the Email Marketing module and selecting Configuration Settings. Let's review the configuration options we see. The Mailing Campaigns tick box adds a menu to the Email Marketing module called Campaigns and allows you to manage multiple mailings grouped under one campaign. We will explore the functionality of this menu further in a later lesson. The Split First and Last Name setting in Odoo's Email Marketing module controls how contact names are stored in mailing lists. When this setting is enabled, Odoo separates the full name of each mailing contact into two fields, first name and last name. This allows users to personalize email campaigns more effectively, for example by addressing recipients with "Hi John" instead of using the full name. The blacklist option when unsubscribing tick box allows the email recipients to unsubscribe from all mailings by clicking on Blacklist Me via the unsubscribe link included in email templates. This feature will be demonstrated in the last lesson. When the 24-hour Stat Mailing Reports tick box is activated, a blue bar will show at the top of the mailing that has been sent with the report. The Dedicated Server tick box allows you to pick a dedicated mail server for your mass mailings. If you tick this box and select a dedicated mail server, all mailings will default to this server. However, you do have the ability to change the server from the default for each mailing that you send. Let's go ahead and tick Dedicated Server. When ticked, you see that a drop-down list becomes available, in which you can pick a dedicated outgoing mail server. If you do not select a dedicated outgoing mailer server, the out-of-the-box default mail server already configured in Odoo Online and Odoo SH will be used. Odoo has a daily email limit, so if Odoo's daily limit does not meet your needs, you will need to use your own outgoing mail server to be independent of Odoo's mail limit. To save or discard any changes, you can click the respective buttons in the top left. Let's untick Dedicated Server, select Save, and return to the main dashboard by clicking the grid in the top left corner. Now we will click open the Email Marketing module so that you can see an example of the 24-hour Stat Mailing Report. Let's click on the mailing with the subject Monthly Newsletter. At the top of the mailing, you see a blue bar. If you click on the Emails Not Sent wording, you will be directed to the report. In this case, the default report is showing email failures. We can see the name of the mailing and the email address that did not receive the mailing. In this case, The sent on and clicked on data is not displaying as the mailing was not successfully sent. We can also see the status of the mailing, which in this case is exception, meaning there was an error that occurred when trying to send the mailing to this email address. The failure type is not displaying as it's unknown. If we click on Open Recipient, we will be directed to the contact associated with the email. Let's return to the 24-hour stat mailing report by clicking on the Mailing Traces breadcrumb. Let's now remove the failed filter from the search bar. I now see data for all the recipients of the mailing. For example, I see for the first email in the list, billy.fox45@example.com, the date that the mailing was sent is displaying. The recipient also has a status of replied, indicating that they replied to the mailing. Let's now review the configuration menu. The first item in the drop-down menu is Settings. If we click Settings, we are taken back to the same page that we previously accessed via Settings. Let's click on the Configuration menu again. Both Campaign Stages and Campaign Tags appear. This is because we have mailing campaigns ticked in Configuration Settings. Let's now click on Campaign Stages. Here you can create and edit various stages for your campaigns. You can change the order that the stages appear by clicking on the handle next to the name of the stage and dragging the stage where you'd like it to be placed. Let's click the arrows next to the New Stage and drag it above the Schedule stage. We can also create a new stage by clicking the New button. Let's now click Configuration and Campaign Tags. Tags are a helpful way to sort and organize your campaigns. You can see there is a tag called Marketing. To create any additional tags required, simply click the New button and enter in the relevant information. Now let's see the campaign stages and tags in action. We will click on the Campaigns menu at the top. The campaign stages are showing as configured under the Campaign Stages menu, with New appearing as the first stage, Scheduled as the next stage, and so on. Additionally, you can see that the newsletter campaign has a marketing tag. Let's click on the campaign called Newsletter. Here you can see the Tags field where you can add relevant tags for campaigns. We will return to the Campaigns menu later to learn about the other features. Now let's click on the Link Tracker option under the Configuration menu. Here you see tracked links embedded in mailings sent. Links included in your mailings will automatically be tracked. Therefore, following sending a mailing, all links included in your mailing will appear under this menu. The default view for this menu shows the date that a tracked link was created on, the title of the page that the link directs to, and the name of the button that directs to a page if relevant. We also see the target URL, which is where you want the user to be directed. Additionally, we see the number of people that clicked on the link. You can also visit the page that the link directs to and see statistics related to the tracked link. Let's click on Visit Page for the page title Contact Us My Website. When clicking this link, we can see the page that the link directs to. In this case, the page is the Contact Us page on our Odoo website. Let's return to the other tab with Link Tracker configuration. If we click on Statistics, we see that 3 different people clicked the link, and these people are from one country. Now let's return to our tab with Link Tracker configuration and click on the link with the page title Website Homepage and go over this configured tracked link. There are 2 sections in the form view of tracked links. The first section is the URL section. A URL is a web address. The next section is UTM. UTM stands for Urchin Tracking Module. The fields in the UTM section relate to tracking the performance of your campaign. The page title indicates the title of the page that the link you are tracking leads to. In this case, the link tracker is tracking visits to our website homepage. The button label indicates the name of the button that has a link embedded if applicable. In this case, Visit the website is the name of the button included in our mailing that email recipients will click that leads to the homepage of our Odoo website. The next field is Target URL. This field will indicate the link that you want to be targeted. The target URL is the URL that you will add to your mailing. The next field is Tracked URL. The tracked URL is the URL that will redirect to the target URL and track clicks. Upon sending your mailing, the target URL in your mailing will change to the tracked URL automatically. The campaign field will indicate the name of your campaign. The medium field will indicate the method of delivery, and last, the source field will indicate the name of your mailing. As mentioned before, this form will be filled out automatically upon sending a mailing based on the links, mailing, campaign, and other relevant information. You have now learned about access rights and the first 4 submenus under configuration. Why don't you head over to the next lesson, where we will learn about the remaining configuration menus and other menus in the email marketing module. Thanks for watching, and until next time.